Managing a successful business takes more than just a lot of great ideas. To connect with prospective customers, get your name out there, and make a lasting impression, you'll need the right high-quality print and marketing materials. Not sure where to get started? Alphagraphics is here to help. Our Business Essentials bundles include everything you need to establish and grow your business. Contact your Alphagraphics center today to get started.
Welcome to the Business Boys Talkin Business Virtual Power Lunch. Please welcome your hosts, Tyler Price and Brian Magleby.
Tyler Price, welcome. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, what do we got going on here? Yeah. Tyler Price left us for a few days and sat on the beach, and look how tan he got. Wow.
Yeah, baby, straight up from Miami.
Tyler Price is not here. He is in sunny Florida, but we have the one and only Patrick Toussaint.
Yes, happy to be here.
Co-hosting with me today. This is the second show that he's done, and we're glad to have Patrick on here. We got a great show lined up here for some Talkin Business. We got Lynn Nelson, super entrepreneur from here in Eastern Idaho. I can say he's from here in Eastern Idaho, but he's got locations in 3 different states, all throughout Idaho and stuff. It's going to be an interesting conversation today with Lynn Nelson.
Yeah.
You ready for today?
You bet.
We got to pump you up a little bit. This is bad for me to have to pump up Patrick Toussaint. Usually, he's the one that's always pumping me up.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited to learn from Lynn from Rexburg, and he started in his garage. So you hear about this Bill Gates stuff in garage, and so it'll be fun to listen to and learn from Lynn.
Great entrepreneurial story. So let's see here. I think we've got a picture of Tyler Price. You know, where in the world is Waldo? But there he is. We got Waldo there. There's the bit with the ocean behind him. Yeah, Tyler, we're missing you. Enjoy that 10 days off. Enjoy the Indian Shores or something in Florida. It's where he's hanging out for about 10 days. So we miss you, Tyler. Enjoy that time with your wife down there. And so let's talk about our sponsors that we have for Talkin Business. We couldn't do this show without them. We have BBSI. You know the guys at BBSI.
Oh, yeah. Jeremy Hicks.
Jeremy Hicks, the one and only.
Oh, yeah.
Mike, Jared, they got a great crew down there. Couldn't do this show without them. We appreciate their sponsorship. We're going to actually have Jeremy on the show in a few coming weeks again, and excited for that. The Vulpine Marketing, every week they keep us up to date. They've got every episode that we've done this year on the website, talkin-business.com. We producing the show here at New Line Media. Pretty good setup we've got here, isn't it?
It is nice.
And they do some great work, and of course the Idaho SBDC, as Tyler says, it's the biggest hidden secret of Idaho. If your business needs some free consulting, check with the SBDC, and of course the Idaho Innovation Center, sponsors of Talkin Business. So we are excited for today's show. We have actually finished all of our classes that we offer at the Idaho Innovation Center this year. It's the last class actually wraps up next week, and we will be putting together the schedule for 2022, and we'll be announcing that in December. But we've got some great classes and things lined up for next year.
So if you're starting your business, go to the Idaho Innovation Center.
That's right. Great place to get her started. We will help you. So we have today, for today's show, we have Lynn Nelson. We're going to start this off with watching just a 1.5-minute video here talking about Alphagraphics and all of the work that they do, and then we'll welcome Lynn Nelson onto the set.
All right.
Alphagraphics is your one-stop shop for anything you could possibly need for your business. We can do marketing, we can do print, we can do promotional items. Basically, if you need something, you come to us, we can get it for you.
My favorite part about being an employee at Alphagraphics is that we actually get to bring people's projects to life. The best part for me is actually seeing the smile on their face when you bring a project to them, or the excitement that they have when they're opening that box of apparel or promo products.
There's no other business in town that can provide the level of service that we offer.
We pride ourselves on having the highest quality products, whether it's paper or vinyl, whatever substrate it is. We research and we find the best products that are out there. Those are the things that we use and that we offer, but yet, even though our products are higher quality, we can still stay competitive with our pricing.
Keeping up with the latest technology allows us to maintain our high standards of excellence and deliver a cost-effective product and service.
We pride ourselves in a very quick turnaround. There's a lot of things that set us apart from our local competitors. We're the best at what we do.
Very good. That gives you just a little bit of information there about Alphagraphics. Look at that backdrop. Nice. The corporate headquarters for Lynn Nelson and Alphagraphics here, and that's the location here in Idaho Falls. And this picture has the addition.
I think it does.
It doesn't? Or is that just the regular?
Yeah, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
Right.
Wow. So
it's all good.
It's even bigger than what's on the background there on our green screen. So what a beautiful, beautiful office building Alphagraphics has built here. When did you build that building?
So it's now been 7 years since we started.
7 years ago, and wow, what a great, Patrick was kind of leading into it, but what a great location. They've got 8 locations here with Alphagraphics. They've got another business under a different name, but for a total of 9 locations, but 8 Alphagraphics locations. Tell us about why you got into the printing business, Lynn.
I don't know why. I'm still trying to figure it out.
Still wondering that, huh?
No, I really enjoy it. I guess, the backstory is that I started working at a copy and shipping center in college. Was there for 10 years, decided to start my own. So I started in my garage. I had a few customers, but then we started a location in Rigby and then another one in Rexburg. At that point, we had ran into Alphagraphics, which is actually a franchise, and we felt like that would really help us grow and get to where we wanted to be. So we joined the franchise and converted that Rexburg store to an Alphagraphics, and then just continued to grow. We added a location in Idaho Falls, Logan, Utah. We did an acquisition a couple acquisitions in Utah County, so we have a location in Orem and in Lehigh, Utah. And then 2 years ago, we did another acquisition in Boise, Idaho. So we have a store downtown Boise, and we also have a location in Jackson Hole. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's I've known Lynn for many years, and man, to see him to grow and to see how he's just slowly added these stores on to become this location that people are seeing in the background here is the biggest location that Alphagraphics has. Is that right?
Yeah. As far as square footage, it's the biggest location, yeah. But as far as revenue, too, we're the largest Alphagraphics in the nation.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's
so
awesome.
in both revenue and store count, so yeah.
That's impressive.
Pretty
Congrats.
blessed, yeah.
Wow.
So I got a question.
Sure.
So, because of COVID, a lot of people are like, hey, I need to start my own business. You start in your garage. What advice would you give to them?
Just to do it. I mean, obviously my wife was really hesitant for me to jump in and quit my job and start my own thing.
Wow.
But I just had, I believed in myself. I knew I could do it. And so just went out and did it. I mean, that's the best advice I could give you.
Yeah, so we asked a questionnaire of when they come on, and he wrote, drive fast and take chances. You and your Lexus, you follow that same thing. I think I saw you driving over here.
Yeah.
Drive fast and take chances. That's great advice for entrepreneurs.
Well, it's a little bit how I used to drive. I try to be a little more careful now, but that's always been my motto. Yeah, I mean, if you're not going fast, you're going to get left behind, and if you're not going to take chances, then you're never going to grow because somebody else will take the chance instead of you. So.
Yeah. Wow. Great. Well, talk to us about the scope of the work that you can do, from small to large. Give us kind of an idea of what all Alphagraphics locations can do.
Sure. So we're primarily a business-to-business printer. So most of our locations, we're working with other businesses, doing that type of work, whether it's, business cards, like I brought you today.
He even delivered my business cards to me today. So
Up to, books or booklets or postcards, mailings. We do large signs, vehicle wraps. We do all of that. And so most of our stores have the capability to do small to medium-sized jobs, but most of our larger jobs are done in our Idaho Falls location.
Big location here.
Yeah. So we used to kind of be more of a copy type shop. We don't do that as much. So we try to steer away from the small stuff, and if you come in, we're not going to turn you away.
You're not going to turn us away. I went in the other day and got like 15, 20 posters, made, and it's very simple.
And then they talked bad behind your back.
Yeah, pretty sure.
No, just kidding. No, I'm kidding. But no. So we try to focus on the business to business, but we'll help anybody.
Yeah. So, how big of signs can you make?
So we're in what we call soft sign market. So we're not doing neon signs. We're not doing lighted signs. So, we'll do backlit signs. We'll do banners, real estate signs, any of that type of stuff.
Any of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
down to, you can do down to small as business cards, anything. Talk about the swag that you can do.
Yeah, so we do a little bit of apparel. So whether it's screen printing or embroidery, shirts, hats, you name it. And then there's 1,000 different swag items. Most of it is we ship in, but we do have some printers that'll print directly onto water bottles, like we had talked in before, and some other things like that. So, but yeah, we have a catalog online, but there's literally tens of thousands of products.
There is.
Whatever you can put your logo on, we can probably.
Very good. Well, talk to us about this building that we see here in the background. And you recently added onto it. Like you said, it got up and going right before COVID. So how many square footage do you have in there? And talk about some of and why you did that.
So we started out with 12,000 square feet, thinking that we would never fill it up.
Yeah.
Within 18 months, we were full to the gills. So a year or so later, we started. I'd owned the 2 lots next to me, so I decided to expand. It took us a little bit of time, but we just finished it up about a year and a half ago. So we started out with 12,000 square feet. We now have, and then added on 14,500 square feet. But we wanted to continue to grow. We wanted to add more equipment. We just wanted it to be a better workplace for our employees, because we were bumping into each other in the old spot.
Running over.
And so we wanted to make it a better work environment.
Talk about some of the technology of the buildings that you put, of the printers that you have in there, and these aren't printers that every printer has. I've been in there, I've seen these things work. These are big time printers, high tech.
So our newest printer is an HP printer, which isn't your normal HP printer that you have at home. It was just I don't like to drop numbers, but it was just under $1 million printer. So it's,
and I've seen that thing operate, and man, that thing is just amazing of what you can do with that.
It's a top of the. There's nothing better as far as a digital printer. Yeah. There's nothing better that you get. HP has some other products that are a little bit faster, but it's called the HP 12,000. It prints on a larger sheet. It prints up to a 21 by 29 inch sheet, so we can put multiple up. We can posters, or we can do pocket folders. Typically, we're printing a pocket folder. We'd have to put it on our offset press. Have to do a minimum of 250. Now we can just do one, or we can do variable pocket folders with everybody's name and address on every pocket folder. So it's something pretty unique there. We can do variable posters and things like that. So, but it matches up with our offset press really well, because that prints about the same size sheet. So, if somebody orders 10,000 brochures, we can print them on the offset press, and then if they want 200 in Spanish, we can. And they'll match fairly close.
Really impressive.
It's got some amazing quality.
Wow. I just got to say, if you want to be impressed with a printing facility, you need to go. And I haven't seen the new edition. I haven't been over there and seen the back edition, but I can tell you, I went on a tour when you built this building, and wow, all I got to say is that if you want to be wowed with what printing capabilities are, you need to go see what Alphagraphics can do here. So talk to us about how COVID has affected your business.
So the thing about COVID was, I think one of the things that was nice for us is that we had different locations in different markets. So some of our locations actually did better in COVID based on the customer mix and the type of business we were doing. And some of them struggled more. For instance, our Utah County stores did a lot of event business. All that went away.
yeah.
So, we had to pivot to, all of our stores pivoted to doing signage, COVID signage, for doors, windows, sidewalks, whatever. So that's really how we tried to focus our efforts during the initial part of COVID when nobody knew what the heck was going on or what the heck to do. So we did a lot of that. But we did have some online retailers that did really well during COVID. And so a lot of business there was our location, helping those. But COVID gave us an opportunity to really kind of purge, I guess, our business a little bit. Some of the employees that maybe we weren't, going into COVID that February, we had our biggest month ever. And so we were just really,
Riding on a high.
Yeah, we were really humming. And so, we couldn't afford to let, people go. But we were able to kind of weed out some people that, some C players, I guess you'd say. But, nobody was terrible. But it also gives a chance to look at our, our expenses. What are we really? What should we be spending our money on? Do we really need this? So it gave us an opportunity.
Smart business up.
Reset, basically. We just did a reset, and from there we're now up 30% this year over what we were last year. We're far beyond where we were even before COVID. We're doing well.
Great.
So how you recognize that you needed to make some changes, like a lot of people. How did you actually decide and then make the change? I mean, you let people go. I mean, how did you do
We
that?
felt like we didn't have a choice. Like it was do or die. That's the feeling I was under. I was like, we've got to make changes or we're not going to be here. Looking back, maybe it wasn't quite as dire as maybe we thought, but we didn't know what was coming down the road. So I mean, we took immediate action. We just, I guess it was kind of that do or die mentality, probably. But you just do it. I don't know.
Very good. Well, I can tell you that the smart decisions that he's done, and I've been over in some of his leadership meetings, and he runs a very, very tight ship, and he is, I have to say, I would call him one of the super entrepreneurs of the area. To see how you've grown and expanded from the garage printing shop to now this state-of-the-art industry, the largest one for Alphagraphics franchise, is absolutely a huge, giant accomplishment. So
thanks.
You've got some great employees. So talk about kind of the work that you like to focus on. What if you had to pick certain things that would be, this is what Alphagraphics does really well, what would it be?
The type of businesses we want to work with? I mean, especially in Idaho Falls, we really deal with everybody. I mean, it's it's not a big enough market where we can focus on a niche or focus on a specific vertical market or anything. So we really try to be everything to everybody. Our best customers are probably the customers that are multi-location, especially that kind of overlap our same footprint as far as stores, and we can serve them. But small to medium-sized businesses is what we're focused on. We're doing a lot with a lot of tech companies down in Utah. Quite a few. A lot of our girls.
Well, and even if they do go into, say, your Utah store, there's no job that, I mean, if you need to do it, you'll print it up here in your corporate office and then take it down there.
Yeah, so this is kind of our production facility where we do a lot of our larger jobs, and then they can serve the quick jobs and the smaller jobs, and we'll do a lot of the larger ones here.
Okay.
Boise or Jackson or where.
Very, very good.
Yeah.
So give us an idea, is there plans for more in the future? We're not asking you to divulge any secrets here, but is there anything that you're planning on? Is there some more growth with the Alphagraphics here?
Yeah, there's a lot more growth. So we're actually rolling out a new initiative January 1st. It's called 50 and 5. We want to be a $50 million company in 5 years, which we feel like we can hit. We've kind of planned it out, mapped it out, and we know we can get there. So yeah, we have a lot of plans to grow. We don't have a lot of plans to grow geographically, probably beyond where we're at. We really like to stay within that 1 day or drive. So we may add a few stores within that footprint that we're already in, but part of our focus is to do some new products. We also we're going to push to be online, print on demand, online, ship across the country.
Well,
so we've been focusing on that for the past year, and
that's probably that's a COVID transfer that you probably
yeah, you're right. I mean, it's been a goal of ours for a long time, but we've never really focused on it and spent time and money on it last year. So yeah, you're right. I guess I never thought about that. Push that a little
faster. Yep. Good. Well, what an amazing business Alphagraphics is in here. If you want your logo on anything, you can go to Alphagraphics. Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, almost anything. We don't do tattoos. So.
We don't do
We won't do your backside there, bro. Sorry.
Tyler, I know you're watching from Florida, but he will not do your tattoo. So very good.
So talk to us about We Deliver Wow. I mean, that's your baby. That's your.
And I have to say that he put this on his thing, and we told him we wanted to talk about it, and he came in here and he hand delivered my business cards here. And what did I say?
Wow!
I wasn't even expecting them, and Lynn brought them in and delivered them to him. So talk about that.
Yeah, I mean that's just what we try to. People ask what we do, and we say we deliver wow, and it usually spawns questions, right? Really, we want some interaction. We want people to understand what we do, and the best way to do is by them asking questions. So what we mean by wow is we want to get it to you either quick. We want the quality to be amazing. We want the customer service to be amazing. And we're not perfect. It's not amazing every time, but that's our goal. Our goal is to wow you with every transaction, and I think most of the time we succeed. And so that's kind of
I think it fits for their business. I can say that I do that when I go in there. I 99% of the time will leave and say, wow, that was either quicker, faster, better, than I've seen other people do. So absolutely great. Is there anything else that the people, I mean, you go from Jackson to Boise to Utah County, you've got that kind of area. What else do people need to know about Alphagraphics in this area?
As far as products and services that we offer, or
anything.
So one of the things that we're rolling out. So we've been approached by a lot of customers to help with marketing services. We do assist a lot of small businesses with printing, with bulk mailing, with things like that to try to get their name out there. So I've kind of been pushing back on the marketing services for a long time, but that's actually something we're investing in heavily here. I just hired somebody who was a marketing director at a Fortune 150 company.
Wow.
And he wasn't cheap, but we wanted to do it. We wanted to do it right. We weren't just going to. We've dipped our toes in marketing services before, but we wanted to do it right.
Wow.
And we wanted to wow people. So so we're investing a lot of money into that. So it's not something we've fully rolled out yet, but it's something we're.
And graphic design. So you can, if people bring in some scribbles on some paper, and I've done this way too often. I apologize, Adam, right now. Adam Bostrom, he's a phenomenal graphic designer, but he's so good that I'll just bring in some scribbles and he'll turn it into a nice looking brochure. You have all the capabilities of doing all of that.
Yeah, we have 9 total graphic designers between all of our stores.
Oh.
They all share work. They all have different strengths. So even if you bring it in and if the designer in that store is not super great at this type of work, we'll do it at the other. And most people don't even know. They're just sharing work back and forth with each other. But yeah, we can help with design. We can, with consultation. You're not quite sure what size you want, or we can try to help you figure out, what's the most economical, what size does it need to be if it's going to mail. So, I mean, that's why we're here, and that's why we're probably, better than something online. Online can be very commodity based, but if we can sit and consult face to face if you need that.
and customize, and you can even do, you know, mailings and things like that. You work with the Postal Service and doing every door direct. I know you do.
We do every door direct. We do a lot of bulk mail. Every door will hit everybody, but we can also do, you know, more targeted lists. If you're just looking for cat lovers, we can send you a postcard to every cat lover in the country. So it's yeah, you'd be surprised at what type of information there is.
It is
on anybody. Yeah.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
okay, cool.
Absolutely great. Highly recommend you checking out Alphagraphics wherever you're at. They're worth the drive. I can tell you, if you have to drive, if you happen to be a little ways away, reach out. How can they get a hold of you? What's your website?
You can go to alphagraphics.com, and it should pull up the closest location to you. Or you can find the location. Yeah. I could rattle off 9 different websites. Alphagraphics.com would be the best way to
do it. Very good. Well, we appreciate you being here, Lynn Nelson. I got to say, this guy is not only a super entrepreneur, but he has a big heart. Recently, 7 years ago, I got married, and I went in to pick up my announcements, and I have to say, get a little choked up here because of his big heart. And Lynn made me a swinging super deal on my wedding announcements, and I got to say thank you for that. That was a big thing to do. And so Alphagraphics, I can't recommend them more to you. They've got a phenomenal business here throughout Eastern Idaho. I guess I can't say Eastern Idaho, Southern Idaho, and down into Northern Utah. So they've got a great business, and we wish you only the best, Lynn Nelson, as you continue your growth, and 50 in 5. That is, we'll be tracking you on that one. So
hold me accountable to that.
Yeah, that will. That's cool. A great goal there to be set. So talk to us about this quote that you have here.
Yeah, it's a little bit, I guess, self-explanatory. I guess the thing with not just yourself, but with your employees, with anybody, is you know, you always want to try to make an excuse for why you did a bad job or why something got messed up. You want to blame it on somebody else. You want to make an excuse or whatever, and there's just never an excuse. There's no, you know, it's just, we just need to make it right and do the best we can. So
there is never a good way to do a bad job. So and that's I love that quote coming from a graphic design and someone that puts the logos on darn near everything. So that's absolutely great. Well, thank you, Lynn, for being here. We'll invite you to stay here for our training segment that we're going to be doing today. The training topic that we have is on the power of teamwork. And we're going to actually show a video here to kind of lead into this training. I love this video, and I'm sure a lot of our listeners out there have seen the Blue Angels. They've been to town. And this is a video that talks about the power of teamwork with the Blue Angels. Check it out.
Boss, Mo, updated winds are 240 at 10. We own the airfield and airspace. You are clear for takeoff. Have a good one. Thanks. Oh, clear for takeoff. Hello, ready to go, boss. Boss, we're clear for takeoff. The wind 240 at 10 is our wind crosswind. Check your parking brake off, check your trim set, check your nose steering on, maneuver, type, and navigation. Okay. Coming after on 9. Let's roll. Oh, that's a lot of fun. Roger, breakout, check it, check it, those are staring on, maneuver, type, and navigating. Copy. Coming after on 9, let's roll. Let's roll.
So the question there, are you ready to take off? Wow. If you weren't motivated by that video there, they visited Eastern Idaho here a few years ago, but man, to see them operate and to see how they operate, it's a great example of what teamwork can be. So we've got some things that we put together, and I just want to read this top paragraph. It says, the most effective teamwork happens when individual team members harmonize their efforts and work toward a common goal. Effective teamwork is vital in order to reap the rewards of higher productivity, fewer internal struggles, and a more enjoyable work experience. Have you seen that experience at Alphagraphics?
Oh, absolutely. I think, when we let our employees know what our goal is, everybody tries to come together, try to achieve that same goal. I mean, I probably wouldn't have got past one location if I didn't have a lot of good people doing the same thing that I'm doing. I got some amazing.
And that's great. You can tell the companies that work together as a team. I mean, we could have got into the acronym of team. Together, everyone achieves more. But I wanted to kind of hit on here some benefits of teamwork. And I'll start it off. You can gain new perspectives if you do it right with your company and get everybody to buy into being part of the team. That everyone's gonna gain new perspectives.
And the other is to play to your strengths. We all got weaknesses, but everyone has a strength that's very unique. So if everyone is involved in sharing their strength, synergy.
It is.
7 plus 7 is like 93.
Yeah, they talk about that word synergy in there, and I love that name. In fact, I've got a company name that I have that's called Synergy Solutions. So, but another benefit of it is that you share the workload. And this, I've seen this work. We used to do a float in the July 4th parade, but when we enlisted everybody, and it was just like it went so quick. If you share that workload, and everyone gets to involve in the work of it and also celebrate in the successes of it. So,
boosting your productivity. We've all been there when we've been the lone wolf. You're on your own. It's hard to self-motivate. But when you have a team and you know that you have each other's backs and you're accountable to each other, it boosts productivity.
It does, and encourage innovation. This is a big thing. I've worked in some innovative companies, and this is something that definitely comes out of it. New ideas are sparked by working together in groups.
And then providing support. Again, if you're the lone wolf doing it on your own, it can be daunting sometimes. But when you know you have a team that you're supporting each other and you're gaining strength from each other and helping each other to go that extra mile, again, synergy. You can accomplish more.
That's right. And this last one, Lynn, attract talent. You mentioned this, that you just recruited a guy from a Fortune 150 company.
Yeah.
And that's what can happen. Why would this guy come to work for Alphagraphics?
Well, if you ask him, it's because he just wanted to be a part of a cool organization. I'm not trying to, pat myself on the back, but
you deserve it.
But he, he wanted to be a part of what we're doing. He saw I shared what our goals were as far as growing, and he was in a pretty progressive company that was growing fast too. But we offered a little bit better work-life balance than what he had at the other job. Not as much travel. He was, on the road 3 weeks out of the month, and so. So that's one of the things that we offered. He actually took a pay cut to come work for us.
Wow.
So
that's amazing. But that's one of the results that can come from having such a good teamwork. And I can tell you, if you want a great example of the teamwork, walk into the Alphagraphics location there. It's off Woodruff here in Idaho Falls, and see their facility. But if you want to see an example of teamwork, they are all working together. What a great staff! Every time I walk in there, Lynn, I'm impressed. And so thank you for being here and sharing with us. Let's just talk about the show we have next week.